Hi guys, today we are looking at this the mercantilism and the triangle trade, and we're going to try to run through this quickly. And a few things to remember here, and we have some definitions to remember. The mother country, that's the country that sets up colonies. Uh, Raw materials, those are usually natural products that gets turned into more expensive, more complex products, usually in a factory or a workshop or something. The finished products, those are those more expensive, more complex things made from raw materials. Okay? And mercantilism is this idea that colonies exist to enrich, to make the mother country richer, usually through trade, through taxes. And here's the basics. Mercantilism. Colonies create and export raw materials. There's the colony sending raw materials back to the mother country, right? So here's the colony sending raw materials back to the mother country. The mother country takes those raw materials and turns them into some sort of manufactured goods. These guys, the colony creates wood, lumber, sends it to the mother country where it's turned into furniture, and that furniture is sent back and sold in the colonies. That sort of idea. The raw material could be iron ore dug up out of the ground, shipped back to the mother country where it's turned into tools or nails. Those tools and nails are sold back to the colonies. Two ways to look at this. Okay? The first way is one where we cut out England and one where everything goes through England. And let's start with the first way to look at this, which was we had raw materials coming from the colonies and going to Africa. And so here, in this case, we had something like rum, right? Being made in the colonies, being sent to Africa, and then in Africa, um, it would be sold. The rum would be sold, and what would be purchased? Uh, uh, Coming back would be back to the Caribbean. In this case, would be slaves, be enslaved Africans being purchased in Africa and brought to the West Indies, to the Caribbean, where they were sold. And what was coming out of the West Indies and back up to the North American colonies, in this case, it's sugar. And we pick sugar because, in this case, sugar is then used to make more rum. And then the rum is sold in Africa, where more slaves are purchased. Right, so there's your first version of the triangle trade. Um, After many decades, England really said, hey, you're cutting out the mother country here. That's not how mercantilism works. And so they start to enforce a system like this, where the colonies then had to trade directly with England. And in this case, and then in here would go your raw materials going from the colonies to England. And then in England, those raw materials were turned into finished products. From tool, nails, guns, and they were sold in Africa. And in Africa, what was purchased and sent back to the colonies, again, that's slaves. Right? Two ways to look at the triangle. I guess my triangle got a little wonky there. All right. But either way, the colonies are producing raw materials, and the mother country is producing finished products, and Africa is being robbed of its people through slavery, and that's being sent. They are being sent back to the colonies. So two quick ways to look at mercantilism and the triangle trade.